Coming up on NGU Vision News, veterans from the community enjoyed a concert by the NGU Orchestra, and Dr. Weaver, a veteran himself.
And the NGU Theater is back at it again with a new show and one cast member who is experiencing the spotlight for the very first time.
Sports traveled near and far this week, with playoffs in mind.
And students who are not athletes are able to get in on the sports action here on campus. It's all up next on NGU Vision News.
Hello and welcome to NGU Vision News. I'm Graham Lee.
And I'm Adriana Austin. We open tonight with the best COVID news since early 2020. As of last Sunday, North Greenville has 0 reported COVID-19 cases. So far this semester, 152 students have reported cases on the Tigerville campus, and all of them have recovered. NGU President Gene Fant says the whole community can celebrate their efforts to stay safe.
Middle path that we've taken seems to have paid off. We've had normalcy pretty much in terms of having activities and games, classes, things like that, all in person. And I think that where we are now really shows and documents that what we've done is working pretty well.
Fant says it's been a difficult time for campus leaders navigating through the past 18 months. He says they know it's not over yet and more cases will probably show up, and everyone continues to pray God will protect NGU.
The NGU Orchestra held the Lest We Forget concert to celebrate Veterans Day this past Friday evening. This was not just any other cultural event, as the orchestra and choir combined to recognize those who made the ultimate sacrifice for our country. The veterans took a stand as they received much applause for their dedication to this nation.
After serving as a U.S. Marine, North Greenville is Dr. Weaver's new base, teaching in the music department. The orchestra professor, passionate about Veterans Day, gave us an inside look at just how important his career and his service is to him. Remembrance. That is what Veterans Day is all about. As we honored those who risked their lives in war, we also recognized Dr. Michael Weaver, a veteran himself. On Friday, November 11th, Weaver directed a concert to commemorate the 80th anniversary of the bombing of Pearl Harbor and the 20th anniversary of 9/11. Hundreds of veterans were in attendance, and Weaver recollected the memories. After his brother was killed in an accident while serving in the Army, Dr. Weaver decided to take a leap of faith.
When I told my mother upon graduation of high school that I wanted to go in the Marines, she said, "I don't want you to go in the service." And it's because of what happened to my brother.
Weaver said soon after his service came to an end, he decided to pursue music. Now he teaches music history and conducts the orchestra.
1 and 2 and...
Weaver said most don't win a Medal of Honor but receive one, based on their brave acts. He knows he has not won, but received the gift of finding where he belongs, with his service in the background and a classroom playing forward. Dr. Weaver said 500 to 600 people came to the concert. Very few were students and most were veterans, who were honored through song.
Every year we get to celebrate the Christmas season with presents, food, and fun. However, millions of children across the world don't get the privileges we have this time of year. But thanks to Operation Christmas Child, this can be changed. This past Friday morning, NGU hosted the Operation Christmas Child packing event, which took place from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Volunteer Lisa Spitzer says she loves knowing that the things she packs in a small shoebox can bring the biggest smile to a child's face.
It just warms my heart that we are reaching out, and that the children that receive these boxes will be so gracious and so thankful for what is being given to them.
You can help drop off the many shoe boxes that were packed this weekend, Friday through Monday, to ensure that every child gets a physical present and the gift of Jesus Christ. It's the final show of the semester for North Greenville's theater department, but for one North Greenville student, it's her first. Samantha Martin has the story.
All right, kids, listen up. Time to plan this year's Browning family vacation. Yeah. Yes, sweet pea.
This past weekend, North Greenville's theater department opened Leaving Iowa, a story of family road trips past and present.
But it's really fun, I guess, to do that and to see a little bit of my family played out on stage.
But for one North Greenville student, Tansy Davis, it's her first time performing in a live production at North Greenville during her 5 years of attending as a student. Tansy has done all this before, beginning her career of theatrical performance with Bye Bye Birdie as she started high school. But she had not performed in her time at NGU.
And I didn't think that I was going to stay in college. I thought that it was only going to be a year, so I had to do the work, not the fun.
Now Tansy is not only having fun, but building community with cast and crew, an aspect of theater she loves.
Building community is something really important to me, and I thought that this would be a really great opportunity to work on that part of my life, is connecting with people.
It may be her first and final show while at North Greenville, but it's far from curtain call for this performer. In Tigerville, Samantha Martin, NGU Vision News.
Leaving Iowa will go till this week.
That sounds great. When we come back, Casey Thomas recaps how NGU sports did in their matchups this past weekend.
And how the Crusader football team has a new face leading the offense this season.
What is college?
What is North Greenville University?
It's connecting.
It's growing.
It's learning. It's serving.
It's preparing.
It's laughing.
It's loving.
It's pushing yourself to the limit.
It's living with a difference.
It's living with a difference.
It's living with a difference.
It's North Greenville University, where Christ makes the difference.
Fall sports are coming to an end, but we're not finished just yet. Women's volleyball traveled to Lees-McRae this past week to play their last regular season match against the Bobcats. The Lady Crusaders came off the bus with a bang, opening up the set with an 8-point lead, then taking the first set 25-11. NGU kept pressure on the Bobcats in the second set and came out on top 25-16. Then Lees-McRae took a set off the Crusaders 25-20, but the Lady Crusaders came back with some fire and just like the first, took the final set 25-11. The Crusaders continue to secure their #1 seed in the West Division of Conference Carolinas and will head to the semifinals in Bristol, Tennessee this Saturday. The sound of semifinals continues as women's soccer headed down to Florence this past Friday to take on UNC Pembroke in the conference tournament. NGU had a slow start in the first half. Even after the Crusaders' 9 saves, UNC Pembroke was able to get a goal in, making the score 1-0 at the end of the first half. NGU fought to come back but couldn't find the inside of the goal before the clock ran out. NGU women's soccer season came to an end as the UNC Pembroke took the game 1-0. After being away, NGU Football was back at home this past Saturday, taking the field for the last game of the season against Shorter University. Before the game, the seniors were recognized for their hard work and dedication for the past 4 years here at NGU. And then, it was game time. First drive of the game for the Crusaders, Dre Williams with the wheels, a 71-yard run to gain their first touchdown, and the Crusaders up 7-0. Shorter's ball, Dennis steps back, lets it go, and almost picked off by Bryce McIntosh. Crusaders still up 7-0, and Williams again showing off with the fancy footwork for 21 yards. Then Kaylin Riley right here with a pass to Andrew Yates for the first down. The Crusaders making it look easy with a pass to Doug Washington right into the end zone. NGU on top 14-0. Going into halftime, NGU is up 35-0. NGU keeps Shorter out of the end zone and goes on to score 3 more touchdowns in the second half. A big win for the Crusaders with the final score from Yance Stadium, 56-0.
It means everything. You know, this is the one that we're always going to remember and we're always going to look back on. So to go out with a win, especially in that fashion, I mean, it's something I'll enjoy forever.
The Crusaders football team couldn't have finished with a win without the leader of their offense. Mary Margaret Ellison tells us about the new face who took on the role as quarterback this season.
There's a new face carrying the Crusader offense this season. Quarterback Kaylin Riley transferred to North Greenville from Mercer University in fall of 2020.
Football was able to get me here, which has been an awesome new opportunity for me.
Riley is currently earning his master's degree while playing football. After graduating from Mercer, he thought his football career was over, but his best friend, Jaira Wilson, who is a coach at NGU, caught him by surprise.
We were sitting, like I'm sitting right now, watching our high school play a football game, and they ended up losing that game, and as we're walking out, or before we walk on the field to go see all our old teachers and stuff, he was like, I meant to ask you, do you want to play football again? What? Sure. So I said yes.
He came in only knowing 2 players on the team, but that has changed.
I know I've made some friendships here that will be, important to me moving forward, and people that I want to see again after I leave this place.
Riley is the model quarterback the Crusaders have been searching for.
I know how things go in football games, and it doesn't always go your way, and I'm able to, reassure guys when we get down that, it's not what it seems yet. I like to kind of smile and laugh and joke around because at the end of the day, it's a game. We all play this for fun.
Kaylin Riley is back under the lights, this time with the Crusaders. Mary Margaret Ellison, Vision News.
When we come back, we will take a look at how students are able to show off their talent.
And how students who are non-athletes can join in on the sports action.
Poetry Night made a comeback this year. It's an event where anyone can perform the latest pieces they've been working on. This was the 34th Poetry Night in the Interdisciplinary Studies majors hosted. No matter what major you are in, Poetry Night is the night where you can show off your talent.
Poetry is our main form of what we want performed, but nobody wants to listen to 12 poems in a row, even poets. So you've got to break it up with music, comedy, laughter, stories, dance, even.
Fall sports have come to a close and winter sports are starting up. Intramurals have been a great way for students to spend their free time all semester long. When all the homework is done, students have several ways to spend their free time on campus. Aside from a variety of different clubs, intramurals have been an awesome experience for many non-athletes to branch out and have a blast with friends.
I was in a group chat with all girls and they told me to sign up because we decided to make an all-girls team, so I signed up.
Junior Caroline Wilden is among many students who have different reasons for joining, and for her, she loves the opportunity she has to connect with others.
I've definitely met a lot of people, even though they're in a group chat with me, I don't really see them every day or actually have ever met them, so I've gotten to meet some new people and gotten to hang out with some new friends.
Freshman Seth Hall also enjoys intramurals, and he says that this experience gives him the chance to do what he loves with his brothers right alongside.
I signed up, just to be on a team, with a family, a bunch of friends that I love out here, and, just for the competitiveness while also having a little bit of fun.
Regardless of what the reason for doing intramurals is, they continue to prove to be a fun time and a great way to pass it.
All right, that'll do it for another edition of NGU Vision News. I'm Adriana Austin.
I'm Graham Lee.
And I'm Casey Thomas.
Have a great week, North Greenville.